of the 2022 season, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the football team next on Madden NFL 22.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 20 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Let's go.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. Then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Tannehill on first down. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely, and you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman,
Norm Van
Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill as that was one heck of a run there. Now on first, takes it again, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A little juke, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
70 yards on the ground for him so far. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Now Lawrence on first down, sliding out of the pocket. This is the tight end Fant. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Dixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now a handoff for Dixon. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there.
Let's go.
Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
Check.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Check 53. That's what I do. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. On first down, it's Dixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's a give to Gibson. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
53 to Mike. 53, check 53.
Back to throw, Tannehill. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Oh, you got deep?
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Check curls, check
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
53's the Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Let's go, let's go.
Here's Tannehill. Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now it's Tannehill. That is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check 53's Mike. No chance. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Tannehill throwing again. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
What you doing, dog?
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, it's Dixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 116 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Here we go. Yeah. Ready. Hey, echo.
Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Dig in. Let's go.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the give, this is Dixon. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take...
That ball will belong to you, boy. Go set. And two stop. Yes.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding offense. You're killing ourselves.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, it's Dixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and goal, Dixon. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 30! Mike. Here we go. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 30.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come to the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Come on now, come on, let's go! Let's go, let's go!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
All day, every day, any day. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
Now Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
This is our time.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Tannehill. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
A huge play there for Washington.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Touchdown, Washington. B.C. Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Tannehill going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll buy some time right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tannehill now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down, check, 4 down, check.
Now Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
What you talking about, Red?
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
Pick, baby, all day,
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
53, Mike. Pick it up.
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. And see if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
On first down, it's Tannehill. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Quit talking about it.
Here's Tannehill. And Thomas has it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They don't want it, fellas.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete there to Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. Back now at FedEx Field. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
To the air again, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. B.C. Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
All day, baby.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On first down, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Tannehill. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Tannehill looking to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive. As we're back to a 2-score game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there for the defense. What you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go play action now. Lawrence. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Maybe a free play here for Tannehill. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense. Come on, dog!
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Back to throw, Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jamin Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Watch the curl. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Tannehill uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Check. 53's Mike. Ripper. 53's Mike. 53. Check. 53.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48.
Nice pick.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
It's easy work.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run it here with Dixon. And he is going to have the 1st down here, but hold on. As there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Let's get off the field. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Blue down.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Again, Tannehill. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd and very short, Tannehill. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Now Tannehill. Going for it all. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stat.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. B.C. Johnson There to make the grab. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win is put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?